Hello and welcome back to Callie's in the Kitchen. Today I am going to do a duo or a duet. So on my left side I have a mold which is the small ice mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. On the right is the small chunky live edge mold from also Pouring Your Heart Out. On my left, I am going to attempt the duet again. And I am using for this color the pink gazelle from Write and Draw, which I will show you momentarily. I used my little leveler, and so that's why you see a few little sort of cardboard pieces underneath each mold. No matter what I do on my surface, I still use my leveler to make sure that my mold is even. So that's what those pieces are. This is the Write and Draw, and it's the pink gazelle. I did it really dark this time. Usually I mix it and it's a little bit lighter, but today I decided to go dark. So I am doing the duet on this side in the small ice edge mold. My next color is the Holbein Lamp Black. My resin of choice is the Design Flow from Dupont. So the next step is you pour in your black. And I have attempted this many times in larger molds. And the only other larger mold that I got close to a success on the duet was the Cascade. So my very sweet friend Nicole suggested that I try smaller molds to see if I can get more petaling going on. Okay, looks like a lot of black there. Then my next item that I'm going to pour is a mica powder, and I'm using Let's Resin Interference Violet. And that I'm going to actually pour over the black and closer to the center. It's a pretty violet interference color. Then my white is the Pigment Drops from Eta Art, and it's mixed in here. It's a really fairly simple pour. I mean, it is an easy pour if you look at it, but you've got to have the right mold, you've got to have the right ratios. It's just incredible, all those things you have to do right. So now I'm going to pour my white. So this technique was started off by Kaptia, and you can find her on Instagram. This is her technique that she's introduced to us and has challenged us, at least challenged me. Okay, so that's my white. Oopsie boopsie. Gosh darn it. Okay, then the rest I'm going to torch. make my white go have a little bit more in the center. I'm using up all of my white that I can, because why waste it, right? Okay, now with the rest is my clear that I'm going to just pour in the center. Watch my edges to make sure my resin isn't going to overflow. And I think I'm going to stop right here. Nope, a little bit more. Okie dokes. I will change over to a time lapse while I mix up my resin and get this one ready for the Cosmic Sky technique from resincourses.com. So I'll put you on a time lapse and we'll see how long that'll go. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back with part 2 of the duo. You can see how my duet has closed a little bit more. So in this chunky one that I'm going to do the Cosmic, I may have already made a mistake, but we'll just keep going. I am using Transparente resin from Dupont. I'm using Liquitex Purple in one of my colors. A combination of phthalo green and cadmium yellow for the second color, and then I'm using Cast and Craft. Sorry, it's all kind of wrapped up because it's leaking. Cast and Craft for my white, but I did add a little bit of the yellow, so my white has become a yellow. So let's see what happens here. So in this technique, which is from resincourses.com, called Cosmic Sky, you place a layer of clear resin. I'm just gonna, a thin layer, not too much. I've already labeled, so I'm just gonna sort of spread it around. Hopefully that maneuver still left it balanced with my leveler there. Then my first color, which is the purple, I'm going to pour on the edge of the mold. So when you take the course from resincourses.com, you get all the ratios and measurements and which resin, so it's very, very handy. And you get a tutorial on how you pour as well. So that's the purple. Then my next, I am going to put a little bit of clear to sort of push out that purple. A little bit. Then I'm going to place my phthalo green and yellow inside of that purple. I think I did mention this is the small, chunky live edge mold from Pouring Your Heart Out. Oops. I'm going to pour a little bit more of the clear to push out the green just a bit. Okay, now this is a different kind of pour than I've been used to, so let me just torch a little bit here before I do let the green sort of come in a bit. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what my white, which is yellow, comes out as. So I pour a little yellow on the inside. Then I'm going to pour a ring outside my green. Try to make it even. And then another ring outside on top of the purple. Now, since I still have a little bit, I'm just sort of, let's see, I think I'm going to thicken this one up a bit. This one a little bit more as well. And then I'm just going to sort of, I don't know, sort of do that. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to do my clear push. Okay, so I could have used a little bit more resin on this one. That's okay. Right, I will let that sort of move in. I'll put you on a time lapse actually now, and that'll be more expeditious of your time.